And a very pleasant good evening and welcome once again to Ventura College Volleyball here on the VC Sports Network. Tonight, the Pirates back at home to take on the visiting Cuesta College Cougars. After suffering a heartbreaking defeat a week ago at the hands of Moore Park College, the Pirates have been granted a reprieve of sorts with the Raiders' loss against Santa Barbara City College. It's back to a three-team race in the Western State North. And if the Pirates can win out, including a win at Santa Barbara a week from tonight, they will win a share of the Western State Championship once again here in 2023. But they have to take care of business first here tonight as they welcome in Cuesta College. The Cougars come in with a record of 13-11, 2-5 in conference play. The Pirates 15-3 on the season and 5-2 in conference play. Starting lineups being introduced. The Pirates in the new orange jerseys, and should point out there's Kayla Murdoch, leading attacker for the Pirates all season long, and she is wearing number 16 with the new uniform. So a couple of number changes for the Pirates, and we are moments away. In fact, let's just keep it here and get you ready for the Cougars and the Pirates. Jeff Stoynoff back with you on the VC Sports Network. So happy you've joined us. And the Pirates looking to continue their winning ways. After the loss to Moore Park, they did get back on track with a win last Wednesday. That was against Pierce College in straight sets. The Pirates easily dispatching the Brahmas 25-11, 25-14, 25-14. So they got themselves back on track, and now they'll look to keep it going as they look ahead to potentially a huge matchup against Santa Barbara a week from tonight. Meanwhile, for Cuesta, after struggling a season ago to just 7 wins, they have bounced back nicely. Perennially a team that is in the playoff picture, and the Cougars back on track this season, 13-11, but that's tenuous in terms of making their way into the postseason, and certainly pulling an upset here tonight would go a long way toward punching their ticket into the postseason, and that's what they'll try to do. It is the second matchup of the season between these two teams. And they met back on the 4th, and that was a straight sets win for Ventura at Cuesta. And the Pirates will look to continue their winning ways as they come out with a lineup of Barons, Tolly Barons up front, Alba Romanos Garcia, Ashley Johnson, Autumn Rogelio will start in the back row, trying to give you the rest of the lineup momentarily. Meanwhile, Summer Sabak, first to serve, goes to the floor to Rogelio with the pancake to get that one up, and Talia Barons with the immediate kill, and the Pirates grab the quick 1-0 lead. Finishing out the lineup, it is Murdoch along with Rogelio and Kylie Ibbotson in the starting lineup. Coletti setting the middle, looking for Omega. And the Pirates back on the attack. Scrambling around, but what a play by Murdoch. Well, you could talk about the heavy arm of Kayla Murdoch. But as we'll take a look here very quickly, try to keep you abreast of what is going on live with the Pirates having the 2-0 lead. But watch here as Murdoch, this is just a heady play, finds that open floor. Meanwhile, back live and Cuesta on the board, 10-1. And let's try to set the lineup quickly for you. Up front for Cuesta, Julia Olsen, Taylor Van Est, Emma Brown on the front line. In the back, Ashley Martin. On serve. Good pass from Rogelio. They continue to work the middle just long from Barons. Hannah Coletti and Summer Sabak joining Ashley Martin in the back row. At the current lineup for the Cougars. Bump set, and Murdoch will send it over for the Pirates. Coletti too strong, trying to handle the golden opportunity after Murdoch had to more or less punt it back. missed opportunity for the Cougars, and certainly if the Cougars want to pull off the upset here, they certainly can ill afford to lose any opportunity in the middle. Olsen, good anticipation from Johnson in the back row. Murdoch up the line, gives the Pirates a 4-2 lead. And there you see Rogelio on the set, and not much chance for Coletti. 4-2 Rogelio to continue on serve, catches the tape. Taylor Van Est, set to serve Van Est. Middle blocker, setter. Fills a lot of roles for this team. Saw a lot of action as a setter a year ago. Cuesta in a year-long search, it would seem, to try and come up as a terrific block from Olsen. Ties it up at 4. But the Cougars a year ago, talking with their coaches, and struggling to find a combination that worked. Said the season was something of a struggle, and it wasn't being decimated by injuries or departures so much as an effort throughout the season to try and find a combination that would gel. Certainly seem to have gone a long way toward finding that this year, over 500 as they come in. Meanwhile, Liz Scaldi on to serve, and Scaldi, an interesting story in her own right. We talked about the setter position a week ago. As Scaldi will set, looking across for Murdoch. Coletti there. Coletti has to take a little off. Morrison, good anticipation. They'll work the middle, and Rogelio can't find it. Olsen with the finish, all tied at 5. Ashley Johnson mentioned making the move to setter after she had not played the setter position for 3 years, but saw an opportunity perhaps to battle for that spot for the Pirates a year ago, and didn't really get much of a chance to talk about Liz Scaldi, but Scaldi out of the Lemoore area and a lot of success in high school, and she was a highly touted setter coming in, and she battled for the position, and Brad Lyons talked about Scaldi as a true freshman coming in, gaining that experience, but still figures very prominently for the Pirates, both moving forward this year, but also looking ahead to next year. And certainly she'll be back in the mix again for that setter spot. But this year, an opportunity to gain some experience as Johnson was able to find that form again in the setter position and battled for that job, and it was a wide open battle. And ultimately, Brad Lyons and his staff going with Ashley Johnson, the sophomore, and letting Liz Scaldi gain some experience as a freshman coming in. The serve floats long, and we're tied 7-all here in set number 1. Well, for Cuesta, who went down in fairly one-sided fashion in the first meeting between these two teams in straight sets, this is exactly how you want to start. It's tied at 7, but certainly want to avoid having the Pirates jump on them early. And they grab the lead as Madriaga unable to get to that ball off the block. And the Cougars now lead at 8-7. So they want to get out of the gate here on the road. And the longer that they can hang around, obviously the more they gain in confidence. Terrific serve in front of Murdoch. Murdoch, who has improved so much in the back row, thanks to the greater experience playing beach volleyball here at the Pirates. That one into the net. 9-8. Pirates back within 1, and you seldom see Murdoch this year get beat on a serve. She has been outstanding in that back row. But that was a tremendous floater, and it just dropped right in front of Murdoch. The Cougars are 4th in the 3C2A in service aces. So they're a strong serving team. Miscommunication, it looked like, between Van Nest and Naima Omega. And that evens it up at 9. So not altogether strange to see them be effective on serve. They have been all season long. Looking for Van Nest, who has to reach back. Has that one blocked. Slide attempt from Sabak and Shamloffel along with Behrens right there. And the Pirates go back up 10-9. Quick three-point run for Ventura. Ibbotson off the tape. Good job by Freeman to go down and get it. Omega! The roof from Behrens. And let's watch here as Cuesta looks to attack the middle. There you see Freeman off the tape handling it, but that's great anticipation. And looked like Alba Romanos Garcia and Behrens both there. Going to the dink. Nice dig. Pirates back on the attack, partially blocked. Here comes Cuesta. From 5 feet back, it's Sabak. Breaking the Pirate run and pulling Cuesta within one at 11-10. Emma Brown checking in to replace Caitlin Warda. Good receive from Rogelio, and that is the Pirates decidedly in system. That'll bring up Shamloffel on serve, 12-10. Good serve, and the Behrens able to take full advantage. And Cuesta going to take a timeout. Let's watch here. This starts with a good serve for the Pirates. And Talia Behrens hammering it down. Ventura now on a 6-1 run. They lead it by 3. That's their largest lead. Coletti looking on the side and finds Brown. Julia Olsen. Olsen, another interesting story. A bounce back to Cuesta out of Cal Lutheran. So one of the only players on this roster that has that 4-year experience. But Olsen also coaching a high school team as well when they found her. So she brings that to the table as well as the Cougars get the kill, and they're back within 1. Pirates saw their unbeaten streak at home end with the loss to Moore Park a week ago. They're now 6-1 at home on the season. Behrens has to adjust right, but gets the finish. Let's watch here as Behrens has to correct on the set. The back set. And, well, you can't teach height. Tell you, Behrens at 6'4". That is an athletic play to make that adjustment and get the kill. 14-12. Olsen has to adjust. Joust ball. Johnson keeps it alive. Coletti looking for Olsen in the middle, is able to tool the block. 14-13. Van Nest will serve for Cuesta. Still a 1-point game. Rogelio, good serve receive. Morrison. Sabak unable to handle it. Here comes Liz Scaldi back into the game along with Kylie Ibbotson. Brad Lyons indicating before this matchup that he anticipates and hopes that this will be an opportunity to give a number of players significant playing time here tonight. But first, the Pirates have to gain a measure of control. The big block up front from Murdoch. Pirates back up 3. One more time as you watch the Scaldi serve. Looking for Brown, who tries the dink, but Murdoch, great leaping ability and just hangs in the air. Meanwhile, 16-14. Cuesta back within 2. Emma Brown. 5'8", out of Pioneer High School. Woodland. Ibbotson 10 feet back, and the block from Olsen is there. Well, the Pirates scrambling. And that allowed Cuesta to set the block with Julia Olson. Back to a 1-point game. Trouble on the pass. Job by Scaldi to at least keep it alive for the Pirates. Right there for the dink. Rogelio with the bump set. Up the line, Freeman well positioned. Sabak. What a dig from Rogelio. Murdoch just has to bump it over. Overset and the one-timer. Ibbotson with the finish. 17-15. That is a big point. Both teams with chances in a 1-point game. And it's the Pirates who get it and go back up 2. Freeman goes down to get it. Sabak off the block, off the net. Pirates sent just wide. That was Schaumloffel looking for that far sideline. And Cuesta back within 1 at 17-16. Well, you think back to a week ago, and the Pirates with leads late in each of the first 2 sets, and ultimately losing them both to Moore Park in a 4-set loss. Morrison catches the tape, and we're tied at 17. So certainly the Pirates' inability to close out the first couple of sets was a big storyline in that loss to Moore Park. And here they are in another tight set. Schaumloffel has to arc it for the back row. Rogelio tracks it down. That might have been partially off the block. Cougars scrambling but can't keep it alive. Pirates back up 18-17. Murdoch with the dig. And they find Schaumloffel again. It's a nice set by Scaldi. She's off the court, 19-17, timeout on the floor. And Scaldi has to go wide, but ends up with a fairly solid bump set. And the Pirates ultimately go up 19-17. You're watching Ventura College Volleyball on the BC Sports Network. And we come back live. Pirates back out in front by 2, but thus far they haven't been able to shake Cuesta here in set number 1. Sabak off the block. Flat-footed sent over by Leary. And tooling the block at Schaumloffel. And the Pirates equal their largest lead at 20-17. Into the net. So Hannah Coletti on to serve, 20-18. Scaldi has to keep it alive and does. Behrens gives up possession for the Pirates. But Rogelio well positioned. Schaumloffel reaches back and tools the block. 21-18. Pirates back out to a 3-point lead. Romanos Garcia back on as Ashley Johnson will serve. Sabak with a good pass around to Van Nest, who tools the block. Solid set from the Cougars. Emma Brown. (21-19). Sabak on serve. And that one with a little drop. Have a look at this one, and a little miscommunication as well. Rogelio not sure about taking it back to a 1-point game. And now it's even. So a 3-point run for Cuesta, 21 apiece. And Brad Lyon's going to take a timeout. Late in set number 1, all tied up. Cuesta and Ventura on the BC Sports Network. Ventura College Volleyball brought to you by Mueller Family Therapy. Mueller Family Therapy offers convenient telehealth services for individuals, couples, and families of all ages in the state of California and Idaho. If you are interested in exploring therapeutic options, please call 661-535-1458. Cougars on a 3-point run. Have tied it at 21. Sabak will serve. And Rogelio, last second decision, able to let it go. 22-21. And again, when we spoke with Cuesta coaches earlier today, Whitney Meyer, Doug Harbottle, very aware of the serving strength of this Cougar squad, and so that they understand that they have a number of strong servers and that some errors come with that. But they are going to challenge opposing teams with their serve. And they'll live with some errors. Talked about top 5 in the 3C2A and serve aces as a team. Going back to Murdoch. The overpass is over and out. Tough play. Ashley Martin trying to handle that fastball off the heavy arm of Kayla Murdoch. And now Rogelio on serve. Spock with a good pass. Olsen in the middle gets it down. All tied at 23. Well, this is where the Pirates were a couple of times against Moore Park. Trying to close out a tight set. Taylor Van Nest will serve. Some trouble on the pass, and Rogelio all the way across to Murdoch, who goes to the dink, but laying out, it's Van Nest. Pirates back on the attack. They'll try the other side with Romanos Garcia. And that earns the Pirates a set point. Well, it was a terrific effort from Cuesta College and Taylor Van Nest. Scaldi will try to close it out. Morrison, Murdoch, and Ibbotson in the front row, and Cuesta going to take a timeout. Pirates on the doorstep. Cuesta trying to stay alive. 24-23 here in set number 1 on the VC Sports Network. Freshman Liz Caldy to serve. Pirates on top, 24-23. And an errant ball. And they'll retrieve, and we're ready to go. Freeman with the pass. They look for Olsen in the middle, who tools the block. Well, that's a big-time set from Cuesta. With their backs against the wall, all tied up with Emma Brown to serve. Murdoch with the pass. They look for Ibbotson, and Ibbotson doesn't get the block and instead sends that one long, and now it's Cuesta with a set point of their own. Timeout. Pirates going to take their final timeout. 25-24. Cuesta now with a set point. You're on the VC Sports Network. Emma Brown looking to close things out. Cuesta, after facing a set point against at 24-23, have come back with 2 straight. Murdoch with the pass, gets it back from Scaldi off the block, but Brown there. Freeman sets Sabak into the net. Still alive, Sabak. O'Haleo, they'll go middle this time, looking for Morrison. Brianna Morrison. Haven't called her name much here in set number 1, but that as big a point as any. And we're tied at 25. Freeman goes down for the pass. Cuesta scrambling, a chance in the middle, back to Morrison. Back to back for Bree Morrison. Morrison, who didn't even start playing until after high school. Fascinating story as she finishes up her career here with Ventura. And a whistle comes in. Not many calls in the first set, but that one goes against Cuesta, and the Pirates, after finding themselves down 25-24, respond out of the timeout. 3 straight to take set number 1, 27-25. bring you back live to start set number 2. A spirited effort in set number 1 for Cuesta College, but ultimately they fall 27-25, and it's all the more impressive this second time around when you consider that Cuesta tonight without leading attacker Bailey Woodside. And Woodside didn't appear in set number 1, and the word we get is that she is not available tonight. And so Cuesta having to do this without, statistically, their leading attacker on the season with 312 kills in Bailey Woodside. And yet they showed up big and nearly took set number 1. Some trouble immediately on the serve receive. And the Pirates jump out quickly to the 1-0 lead, but you have to be impressed the way that Cuesta hung around in that set number 1. See if the Pirates are in for a long night. They did manage to get set number 1. Let's see how Cuesta responds. Murdoch goes to the dink off of Omega. Freeman tries to keep it alive. Cuesta scrambling early here in set number 2. Quick 2-0 lead for Ventura as McKenna Shamloffel will continue on serve. Going back after Brown. Kept alive by Coletti, but Brown a partial whiff. And the Pirates up quickly 3-0. And does Whitney Meyer think about an early timeout in set number 2? That is 6 consecutive points for the Pirates going back to set number 1. Freeman with a good pass. They're trying to find Brown again, but Behrens with the clean block. 7 straight for the Pirates, who are starting to get it going. And they lead it now 4-0. And Shamloffel right back finds the top of the net. So 4-1. And here come a couple of changes for Cuesta. Ashley Martin coming in along with Caitlin Warda. And it's Martin, defensive specialist, setter for Cuesta. And the call going to go against Murdoch. And have this one here. And Martin sends this one at Murdoch. And not much argument from Murdoch on that call. Behrens on the slide, and that's wide. So here comes Cuesta. 2 straight, trying to claw their way back. 4-2. Reminder on the VC Sports Network. Ventura College football tomorrow night. Pirates back at home. Rogelio able to fight that one off. Shamloffel looks to take a little off. And the call going to go against Ventura. As Sabak did come up with the nice up. But the Pirates, winners of 4 straight. Back in action tomorrow night at home, taking on Bakersfield. We'll have it for you here on the VC Sports Network. Brown and Olsen can't keep it alive. Pirates break the 4-point run, but an opportunity missed for Ventura after they grabbed a quick 4-0 lead, but Cuesta fights back, immediately ties it at 4. And we're back to a tight set at 5-4. Trouble for Sabak. Van Nest trying to launch from about 20 feet back. Low percentage for Cuesta, even if Van Nest could get that one over. 6-4. Rogelio will continue on serve. Rogelio just earlier this season as that one pounded down by Murdoch. Quick 3-point run, but Rogelio earlier this year passed 500 career digs. What a tremendous career she has had here at Ventura. And you talk to Brad Lyons, it was a career that almost didn't happen. Back row attack. Rogelio well positioned. Murdoch leans into it off the block. Brown off of Sabak, sent over by Olsen. Quick set in the middle. Morrison, who was the hero late. makes it 4 straight for Ventura. Rogelio finishing up here at Ventura. Perfect grades this most recent semester. And again, for those who don't know the story of Rogelio, trouble for Freeman, 9-4. Came to this program initially back in 2020, but wasn't really a fit. Didn't want to stay. Made the decision with some help from friends and family to come back in 2022. But when she initially came back, struggled with the academic part of the equation, wasn't sure that she wanted to continue in school. And for those, again, that aren't as familiar with the story and the tragic passing of her boyfriend, Nate, the work that she has done with his family to set up Nate's Place, a charitable organization in the memory of their son. And he was a big part of encouraging Autumn to return to school, and she made the decision to come back. Some struggles early, but has really found her way. And Brad Lyons, a little emotional when he talked about sitting down with Autumn just a few weeks ago and learning from Autumn that she had achieved perfect grades this term, and she was finishing up her degree here at Ventura. Come such a long way. 12-5, Pirates leading here in set number 2. Well, after Cuesta had tied it up at 4, the Pirates now on an 8-1 run have taken command here in set number 2. Olsen able to tool the block of Ibbotson and Morrison. 12-6. Cuesta with an uphill climb, trying to get back here into set number 2. Set number 1 to Ventura, 27-25. Brown on serve. Johnson with the bump set. Murdoch. Kayla Murdoch efficient in the victory over L.A. Pierce earlier in the week. 6 kills. Percentage of .417. Also 8 digs. And she continues to do the job anywhere on the floor. Sabak floats long. Rogelio with the good decision. 14-6. Ventura starting to cruise here in set 2. Now Murdoch will serve. Freeman off the shoulder. Off the block. Just long from Shamloffel. 14-7. They're going to reverse the call. I believe they're going to say that partially off the block. It certainly was well long, so hard to imagine that it was any other call. And as Kayla Murdoch will serve, 15-6. Murdoch in the top 5 kills per set on the season. Comes up with the dig. Freeman looking for Sabak, moving right and into the tape. 16-6. And in addition to battling a talented Pirate squad, you've got to imagine that Cuesta, with a fairly short bench to begin with, and down Bailey Woodside, fatigue is going to be a factor as well, especially after a long and grueling first set. Setter dump, beautifully executed by Van Nest. Well, you can't do it a whole lot better than that. That is tremendous. As the Pirates keep it alive, but watch here how well disguised that is from Van Nest, who spent a fair amount of time as a setter despite coming to the program primarily as a middle blocker. 17-7, Ibbotson gets the kill. And Van Nest, perhaps slightly undersized as a middle blocker at 5'9", but she's quick leaper, great anticipation, and acquits herself well in the middle. Keeps that one alive. Sabak flat-footed. (18-7), Pirates back out in front. Jocelyn Montoya will serve. Ashley Johnson with a little cleanup, and we're ready to go. Van Nest all the way across looking for Sabak. Ibbotson trying to keep it alive, and now the whistle comes in. And the call against Ventura, 18-8. But the Pirates well positioned to go up 2-0. Trouble on the pass. Good job by Johnson. And the Pirates get it down. Boy, this is a heck of a play. Trouble on serve receive, but the Pirates stay with it. Rogelio. But that is a great job by Johnson finding Behrens. 19-8. And now Scaldi will replace Johnson. And we see Bryce Swain checking in for the first time. With Scaldi. Set to serve, the Pirates leading it 19-8. And finds the net. Summer Sibak to serve for Cuesta, 19-9. Quick set in the middle, Behrens. Freeman able to keep it alive. Back in the middle, off the block of Van Nest. Pirates take advantage of the second opportunity. Shamloffel will check out. Alba Romanos Garcia on to serve. And another net serve, 20-10. Well, if you're going to do it, I suppose when you're up 11, a little less painful. Ashley Martin sends that one well long, and Rogelio continues to do an outstanding job reading that back line. Seen a few points here tonight. 21-10. Coletti looking for Brown. Morrison with the block, and Morrison coming up on a record herself. Recently reached 50 career blocks, and again, came to this program, no volleyball experience. Also, among her accolades on the team, voted by her teammates as having the best attitude. And so very popular with her team. Van Nest able to get it down 22-11. And so many of the players making plans for continuing their volleyball career, where they're going to go next. And Brianna Morrison, in her third year in the program, already indicated that this is going to be it for volleyball. She'll be focusing on continuing purely with her academics moving forward. But hard to say that it hasn't been a wonderful and rewarding experience, not just for Brianna Morrison, but evidently for her teammates as well. As again, best attitude from her teammates. 23-12. Pirates up 11, closing in on set number 2. Timeout on the floor. You're watching Ventura College Volleyball on the BC Sports Network. Pirates on top, 23-12. Bryce Swain ready to serve. Brown with some trouble. Van Nest scrambling. Sabak sends to the back row. Morrison in the middle. Dug out. Joust ball. Scaldi keeps it alive. Over to Murdoch. Well, multiple opportunities, and eventually they find Murdoch, and Murdoch with some open floor. That's going to be a good recipe for the Pirates, who now have set point. Brown to the dink. Good anticipation by Scaldi. Another chance for the Cougars. Brown, Murdoch there. Back set. Swain from the back row. Handcuffs Van Nest. And that will close out set number 2. Bryce Swain into the lineup and finishes it off on serve and with the kill. Pirates in set 2, 25-12. They lead it 2-0 here on the BC Sports Network. Ventura College Volleyball brought to you by Mealer Family Therapy. Mealer Family Therapy offers convenient telehealth services for individuals, couples, and families of all ages in the state of California and Idaho. If you are interested in exploring therapeutic options, please call 661-535-1458. Start of set number 3. And the Pirates on top 2-0. Taking set number 2. 25-12, that after they survived a tight set 1, 27-25. Now they will try to complete the sweep of the season series. They took the first meeting back on October 4th in straight sets, but certainly set 1 was tougher tonight. Summer Sabak will start on serve. Johnson working middle. Behrens back to Behrens off the block of Omega. Ibbotson, a back set, looking for Shamloffel out of the back row. Good anticipation. It's Johnson with the up. Now Shamloffel spray lays out. Still going. Look at Rogelio down to get it. Murdoch will send to the back row. Bump set. Brown goes to the dink again. Again, Johnson with the good read. Van Nest. Cougars scrambling, and this one gonna fall short. Longest point of the night, and the Pirates get it. That is tremendous defense. Johnson in the back row, and Shamloffel and Rogelio, 3 different players with tremendous defensive plays on the back line in a single point. And now trouble for Freeman. And the Pirates off to the quick start once again here in set 3. More trouble for Brown on the pass. A chance for the Pirates to keep it going. Murdoch off the block. Quickly 3-0 Ventura. Trying to keep you updated on the Moore Park score. Playing at home tonight against LA Pierce. And Pierce with a chance to take set number 2 and an even up at a set apiece. Meanwhile, Murdoch with the finish off the block by Behrens. 4-0 quickly for Ventura. Shamloffel continuing on serve. Brown with a good pass. Van Nest tries the early attack, but the Pirates are there. And they can't keep that one alive. Murdoch getting it going in set number 3. I believe that's 3 straight kills for Murdoch. And the Pirates up 5-0. Yeah, the Raiders trailing in set number 2. They lead it 1-0 at home. Van Nest with a big block. That gets Cuesta on the board. And there's some of that quick leaping tenacity from Van Nest in the middle. Giving away some size to Behrens on that middle attack, but able to come up with the big rejection. Get the point, 5-1. Rogelio, good serve receive. And Ibbotson working in the middle. Gets the kill. Ibbotson coming off a very solid performance in the victory over Pierce earlier in the week. 6 kills without an error for Ibbotson. Coletti will set middle for Olsen off the block of Morrison. (6-2). Taylor Van Nest to serve. They work it to Murdoch. Pirates in system. Ibbotson, another player on this Pirate team who's defensive play, particularly in terms of serve receive in the back row, has improved, and a big part of it has been the experience she's gained playing beach volleyball here at Ventura. Brad Lyons saying she wasn't terribly excited about it at first, but came around. Morrison able to stay off the net, and the Pirates push the lead to 8-2. And a timeout on the floor. Pirates with the lead at set 3. They lead it 2-0 here on the VC Sports Network. Pirates with the 8-2 lead, continue on serve. Good serve receive from Freeman. Good chance for the Pirates. Johnson will work it to Murdoch, who tools the block. 9-2. Pirates cruising here in set number 3. Olsen and Schaumloffel can't get there in time. 9-3. Well, that was the type of play that really bedeviled the Pirates a week ago. The Raiders making tremendous use of off-speed attacks, straight dinks, and the Pirates, for whatever reason, seem to have trouble making the reads on those types of attacks. And the Raiders came up with the 4-set win. But the Pirates have been decidedly better tonight defending those types of attacks. That's one of the rare times that the Cougars have been able to get one down on a dink. 10-3. You can be sure that it didn't escape the attention of Brad Lyons and Sam Callisto on that Pirate bench. The Pirates have been much better tonight. Olsen tools the block, 11-4. Freeman checks out. For Cuesta. And Olsen on serve. Johnson more or less forced to set her dump, now miscommunication. And the Pirates with a free attack. Morrison dug out by Van Ness. Sabak, Rogelio there. Johnson looking for Schaumloffel this time, who goes up the line. That is terrific from McKenna Schaumloffel. Talking about McKenna Schaumloffel, and Brad Lyons saying that she is your typical gym rat. And just loves to play. And seemingly always in the gym working. And looking to continue her play at the 4-year level. Off the dig attempt of Ibbotson, 12-5. And Schaumloffel has had to step back a little bit when you have someone like Kayla Murdoch at that OH1 position. Obviously, the offense going to be directed at Murdoch, and Schaumloffel has had to work on her back row play and take opportunities as they come. But she has been tremendously effective at that OH2 spot for the Pirates. Johnson can't corral it. Rare trouble on the dig for Rogelio, 12-6. Certainly after set number 1, the Pirates have been able to stay in system quite well. Johnson has to play that off the net. No sooner do I say that than the Pirates somewhat out of system. Back set, Barron's on the slide. Freeman, terrific dig. But the overpass gives the Pirates another chance. They'll go to Murdoch in the back row, just down. Well, we don't have the luxury of the live stats here tonight, but you go back to last week and Murdoch led the Pirates with 22 kills, but also 13 errors in the loss to Moore Park. And I think it's safe to say the Pirates were keyed up for that matchup, and some atypical misfires in a very close match. And certainly part of that, I think, is you have to give a lot of credit to the pressure that the Raiders defense is going to bring. One of the top teams in the 3C2A, but Murdoch, good and bad in that matchup, certainly, but has rebounded well and had a strong performance in the win over Pierce. And now here tonight has been certainly much more efficient. And going back to set number 1, the Pirates needed it. 27-25 in set number 1. And if Cuesta gets out of here with set number 1 as Ibbotson gets the kill, who knows what happens here. That certainly would have given them a lot of confidence, but when the Pirates managed to make that late run, secure set number 1, then the Pirates seem to settle in and really get themselves going, and they have dominated set 2 and thus far set 3. Barron's and Ibbotson right there on the overpass, 15-7. We do have a substitution as Ashley Martin checks in, and she will serve. Meanwhile, they gave that point to Cuesta. Might have been net contact. 14-8. A little trouble on the pass as Johnson tries to keep it alive, and again, the call against Ventura, 14-9. So Cuesta, after trailing by as many as 7, back within 5, looking for a run to try and stay alive. Rogelio. They work it to Ibbotson, up the line. Martin can't find the handle. That breaks the run, 15-9. Brianna Morrison back on in the front line with Ibbotson and Murdoch. Big front line. Johnson will move back. Coletti back set. Morrison off her own block keeps it alive. Pirates back on the attack, and Ibbotson off the block. So Kylie Ibbotson having a big set 3, 16-9. Just when the Cougars start to make a move, the Pirates come back with a couple of points, and they're back up 7. Short serve from Rogelio. Olsen on the slide. Back to Murdoch. And Murdoch doing a very good job tonight of varying speed. And that one certainly not of the fastball variety, but finds that open floor between the front row and the back row. Van Nest, again, looking for the quick attack on the second hit, but fires it wide. Pirates out to their largest lead in set number 3 at 9. They lead at 18-9. Rogelio. Sabak will go to Van Nest. Ibbotson, good read. Murdoch flat-footed off the tape. Well, I don't know if that was planned or just a little bit of good fortune. But the Pirates will take it, 19-9. The lead is 10. And Rogelio nets the serve. It is one set apiece. Keeping an eye on the Moore Park stream. And again, right now Santa Barbara, who is off tonight, with a one-game lead at 6-1. Moore Park 5-2, the Pirates 5-2. It's been a three-team race for much of 2023. Setter dump, Morrison sends it back over. Now it's just off the block of Morrison, 19-11. One matchup between the three remains. And that is Ventura and Santa Barbara a week from tonight at Santa Barbara. Ibbotson off the block, but keeps it alive. Bump set from Rogelio. Murdoch leaning right, but sent back by Olsen. Well, when we talked to Whitney Meyer, Doug Harbottle, talked about the confidence that this team has in their middle blockers, Julia Olsen, Naima Omega, and said that the plan certainly tonight was to try and make someone other than Kayla Murdoch beat them. That both Olsen and Omega were going to be leaning toward Murdoch. Morrison into the tape. Rare miss on the one-timer. Well, they've got it at 20-12. That one might have just gotten over. I don't know if that score is right. Should be 19-13. Ibbotson leaning right, caught the post. So 20-13. Cuesta continuing on serve. But despite that effort, getting back to the point about Omega and Julia Olsen, despite that lean, Murdoch has still been able to find her opportunities tonight, and that's what happens, obviously, with elite talent here in the 3C2A. But that time, Olsen able to slide over and get the block. Meanwhile, Morrison with another kill. And one of the big parts of the Pirates' continued success here in 2023 is the way that they have been able to replace all-conference middle blocker Katie Mulville from a year ago, who was such a huge part of the Pirates' success. And that could have left a big hole, but Brianna Morrison, who saw significant time last year as a freshman behind Mulville, and Talia Behrens, the incoming freshman, have picked up nicely, and that middle attack has been a big weapon for the Pirates all season long, 22-14. But you certainly can't discount the tremendous experience that Brianna Morrison got toward the end of last year. In her second year in the program, but still a freshman. And she has continued to grow as a player here in 2023. 22-14. Romanos Garcia keeping it alive. Behrens in the middle. 23-14. Pirates maintain the 9-point lead. Behrens with another big effort. Romanos Garcia along with Bryce Swain in that front row with Behrens. Freeman, all kinds of trouble on the serve. And now the Pirates with a match point, 24-14. And Cuesta going to take a timeout. We're in set 3. Pirates up 2-0. You're watching Ventura College Volleyball on the VC Sports Network. We bring you back live and just wide. And the Pirates able to close it out. 25-14 in set number 3. Let's take you back real quick to the finish. Match point, a little trouble handling serve. And that one just wide on the attack from Carly Leary. And the Pirates do close it out, 25-14, straight sets for the Pirates, who move to 16-3 on the season. They're 6-2 in conference play. Cuesta, meanwhile, falls to 13-12 overall, 2-6 in the Western State North. Reminder, we will be back tomorrow night. Football, Bakersfield coming to Ventura to take on the Pirates next week. Doubleheader action on the weekend as well. Women's soccer Friday night, Oxnard coming in to take on Ventura. And then, of course, Saturday night, back in action at the Sportsplex with football as El Camino comes to town to take on your Pirates. So busy schedule moving forward on the VC Sports Network. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. The Pirates get the win, and now they'll look ahead. Big matchup coming up next week with a conference championship still on the line for the Pirates as they battle down the stretch in the Western State North. For everybody here at the VC Sports Network, thanks so much for joining us. So long, everybody.